The Earth. It is our home, but its inhabitants are destroying it. In the early 1800s, by way of westward expansion, Americans were building cities, planting crops, and constructing railroads in the thick forests of North America. As they progressed west, forests were cut down and grasslands were used for agriculture. Sewage and wastewater were dumped into fresh water. The use of fossil fuels darkened the thermosphere. There were no proper sewage systems for body excretions, and animals were decimated for food, but the government made no efforts to conserve until shortages in resources became apparent around the late 1800s.
In 1872, Yellowstone National Park, located in Wyoming, became the first national park in the U.S. and in the world. There are currently 55 national parks in the U.S. The National Park Service controls the national parks, which was established by the federal government in 1916. It regulates almost 84 million acres of U.S. land. In 1904, President Theodore Roosevelt's love for the environment inspired him to join in supporting the conservation of nature. In 1905, the U.S. Forest Service was created. Roosevelt also formed the National Conservation Commission, which produced the first survey of the country's natural resources. Roosevelt was known as America's first environmental president. In the late 1860s, people began to realize the harm that industrial pollution, energy consumption, and oil spills gave to the environment. As a result, Earth Day was first celebrated in 1870. A lot of laws were passed for the protection of the environment, such as the National Environmental Policy Act, the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, and the Endangered Species Act. Unfortunately, many of the problems that plagued our past still haunt us to this day. In fact, they have only gotten worse over time. The U.S. has encountered its 13 warmest years after 1980, all of them caused by global warming. Between 1850 and 2007, the U.S. emitted 28.8% of all the greenhouse gas in the world, beating China by 18%. Even if the global temperature increases 3 to 4 degrees, it will cause severe effects. Storm and drought levels will increase and many species will become extinct. Ocean levels will rise and humans will be at health risks. America is the second largest consumer of energy. Only 8% of its energy is produced from renewable sources. As the energy consumption increases, pollution also increases. The government has been trying to reduce air pollution in America. Although air pollution is causing some health problems, it has gone through a significant decrease over the past 50 years. If the current rate of deforestation continues, all the rainforests in the world will vanish in 100 years. 12 million hectares of forests are cut down annually. Nigeria lost more than half of its forests in the last 5 years. But what is quite startling is the ignorance in regards to this. Politicians are still questioning the existence of global warming. We need someone to save our environment. That's why we created ECO. ECO, Environmental Conservation Organization, is a group of students whose mission is to save our home, Earth, so future generations can enjoy our beautiful home the way it's supposed to be.
We will teach every country why they should conserve their environment and why it is important. We will set up even more national parks. We will have speakers at schools, teaching children about environmental conservation. We will set up a website. We will set up a Facebook page. Our campaign will spread. It will gain momentum. Anyone can help, not just the government. As Helen Keller said, "I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. I will not refuse to do something I can do." Thank you for watching.